welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am a newly second-year Doctor of Physical Therapy student at Mercer University in Atlanta, Georgia, and I make videos on my channel primarily about my journey in physical therapy school, with the occasional other lifestyle videos thrown in there. But today I'm specifically going to be talking about the differences between physical therapists versus physical therapist assistants, otherwise known as PTAs. The reason I wanted to make this video is because prior to starting my Doctor of Physical Therapy program, I had no idea what a PTA was. I thought it was the same thing as being a PT aide, which is also at some places called a PT tech, which is essentially the high school or college students that are just helping out around the clinic. That is literally what I thought a PTA was, and I feel like a lot of people think that. So I just wanted to make this video and kind of spread awareness about the PTA profession and kind of give you guys another career option route if you're interested in physical therapy but might not be able to pursue that route for various reasons, whether that be financially or just time-wise or any reason. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I'm going to start off by reading a statement from the American Physical Therapy Association, APTA website, kind of just saying what a PTA is, and I will be linking this website in the description box down below. So pretty much all of the information that I say in this video you can find in the description box down below. So I have my laptop here, and it kind of matches my shirt. I'm very into leopard if you could not tell. But on the website it says that physical therapist assistants provide physical therapist services under the direction and supervision of a physical therapist. PTAs implement components of patient care, obtain data related to treatments, and collaborate with the PT to modify care as necessary. PTAs assist the physical therapist in treatment of individuals of all ages from newborns to end of life. Many patients have injuries, disabilities, or health conditions that need treatment, but PTAs can care for people who simply just would like to be healthier. So basically, just to explain that in my own words, the physical therapist, the professional with the DPT degree that passed the NPTE, they're the ones that do the initial eval on the patient and write up the plan of care, aka what the patient is going to be doing at physical therapy, and then the PTA can do anything that is written in the plan of care from that point forward. And the only little stipulation is that the PT has to be present 25% of the time, Monday through Friday, while the PTA is working. So that means that the PTA can be working completely independently, no PT directly watching them, 75% of the time, which is honestly a lot. I wanted to add in a little clause here. I know there is this misconception that there's no room to grow as a PTA. You just kind of are doing the same thing day in, day out, and it gets really old and frustrating and yada, yada, yada. But I was talking to my mentor in the program, Jillian. If you're watching this, hello, love you, girl. She was a PTA for many, many years before she got her Doctorate of Physical Therapy, which she is almost done. She has 1 year. She's a year ahead of me in the program. But she was telling me that there is this thing, and I was Googling it right before this video. It's called Advanced Proficiency Pathways, and pretty much it's a way for PTAs to kind of specialize and further their education, similar to how DPTs can do by doing residencies or fellowships after they graduate. So these advanced pathways you can get in acute care, cardiopulmonary, geriatrics, neuro, oncology, orthopedics, pediatrics, or wound management. So you really can niche down and specialize as a PTA and work in any setting that you want, really, any setting that a PT can work in, whether that be a hospital, home health, a nursing home, just an outpatient ortho clinic, whatever you want to do, you can do. So now kind of moving away from what a PTA does and more moving into how to become a PTA versus how to become a Doctor of Physical Therapy. So I've made a bunch of videos on my channel on how to become a Doctor of Physical Therapy. I will link it above my whole how to become a PT video. But just a quick recap of that, you do need a bachelor's degree. So that is a 4-year undergraduate degree, and it can be in anything, but you do need to take certain prerequisite classes and have just some sort of bachelor's degree. Whereas to become a PTA, you do not need a bachelor's degree. PTA degree is actually a 2-year associate's degree. but there are still like a few prereq classes that you have to take prior to applying to that associate's degree, such as like Anatomy 1, Anatomy 2, English, a college math class. Most of the programs that I was researching up, it looked like it was less than 10 prereq classes, so if I had to guess, that might be a year, maybe 2 years of community college classes, just kind of getting those gen eds in before you can actually apply to the PTA program. Again, that article I was just reading from, I will have linked in the description box down below, and you can search and find PTA programs in your state. The majority of them, not all of them, but the majority of them are based out of community colleges, so that makes them a lot more affordable than Doctor of Physical Therapy programs. When I was doing my research, I found that the average cost of the entire tuition of a PTA program is around $13,000, whereas the average cost of a Doctor of Physical Therapy program is anywhere from $18,000 per year to $37,000 per year, which the programs are 3 years long to get your DPT, so that is anywhere from $55,000 to $111,000 total, whereas the PTA is only an average of $13,000 total. So as you can see, it is a really great option for someone who is wanting a job similar to what a physical therapist does, but might not quite have the financial means to get there. Or if you know in your heart you really want to be a PT one day, you can kind of do this in the meantime, work, save up money, and then go back to get your DPT degree down the road if that's something that you think you might want to do. And now getting into the salaries, the average PTA salary is around $52,000 per year, and the average PT salary is around $90,000 per year. So obviously PTs do make significantly more than the PTAs, but when you factor in the fact that PTs have to get a 4-year expensive undergrad degree and then go through with the 3 years of graduate school, that's a lot of money that you are laying out. So that is just something to consider and keep in the back of your mind. Now I'm just going to be sharing my overall thoughts on PT versus PTA and which one you should choose. And honestly, there is not a right answer to this question. I really just think it's what is important to you. Do you really want to be a doctor? Do you really want to have that responsibility and that job of looking at patients, evaluating patients, helping figure out what's wrong with them, helping come up with their whole plan of care? Or are you okay kind of sitting back, letting someone else do that part, and then you take the patient from there on, and you still are helping them implement their plan of care, helping them do their exercises, getting better, forming relationships. I feel like that's a big reason a lot of people want to go into physical therapy, is because they want to form relationships with others. They are people persons. They are a people person. I don't know if I said that right, but they want a job where they're interacting with patients, and I think a PTA is a great option for you. It also is a great option for people that are in their second career. I know a lot of people will kind of go back to school and get this degree later down the line. Last semester in classes, we did have an entire guest lecture where a faculty from a PTA program came in and kind of talked with us about what that program entails, and that is something that she did share with us, is that a lot of people going to PTA school are second career older individuals and not so much people right out of high school that didn't go to college that are doing this. But that is not to say that you cannot do that, because you for sure can do that. I will say that if you know yourself and you know that it is really important to you to kind of be the head honcho in charge, doing the evals, making the plan of care, all of that, and you see yourself getting frustrated, for lack of a better word, being a helper, I think that it is totally worth it to go ahead and get your DPT degree, because if you are looking at return on investment after a few years of working as a PT, it kind of will level out financially if you play your cards right. And also, if you go to an in-state DPT program instead of a private program, it also is a lot more affordable. So if you just kind of sit down, look at your options, really consider your financial situation and what is important to you, I think that'll help you make the choice that is best for you, because there is no wrong choice here, and I really wish I knew about PTA school a very long time ago, because I had no idea, because no one talks about it. Pretty sure that is all that I wanted to talk about in regards to PT versus PTA for this video, so I really hope you found this helpful and you learned something new about physical therapist assistants. And if you have any questions, I will do my best to answer them in the comments down below. And be sure to check out that description box for any links that you guys might be interested in looking at anything that I talked about further in this video. So thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys next week. Bye, friends!